All right, y'all. We're here today. We're gonna talk about this drag. All right. See, in the last few years, for some reason that can't nobody explain, all of a sudden, drag become evil. I don't get it. I guess I must didn't get the memo. See what it is. If you don't know, drag is just men dressing up and performing like women, or women dressing up and performing like men. That's it. Ain't nothing evil about it. Ain't even new. Been around my whole life. Actually, it's been around since before I was here. I don't remember the movie. I seen the movie. I think it was called Something Like It's Hot, where I think it was Jack Lemmon and Tony Curtis dressed up like women. Everything was cool. Nobody had a problem with it. Then we grew up with Bosom Buddies, one of America's favorite TV shows at the time. Had the movie Tootsie, which was a huge hit. Even had MASH, which everybody loved. Klinger. Now, granted, he ain't necessarily the best example since he was trying to fake insanity to get sent home from the war. So that's a poor example, but everybody loved Klinger. There's Victor Victoria, which I admit I never watched. Even RuPaul Drag Race been on the air well over a decade. And you know, when this started, it was none of this hatred was out there. It was a new show. But some reason in the last couple of years, y'all seem to think the drag is evil, and I just don't get it. It's performance art. It's the same as musicians applying their craft or comedians telling their story. It's performance art. Ain't nothing wrong with it. You know, a lot of people saying, well, the Christians is against it. Look here, y'all. My mama was one of the most Christian ladies ever walked the face of the earth. And when I was little, the volunteer fire department, which is made up of what people perceived as some of the manliest men ever, for one of their fundraisers, they had a womanless beauty pageant where all the guys on the fire department dressed up like women had a beauty pageant. And guess what? Wasn't nothing wrong with it. My Christian mother had a great time. Did not see anything wrong with it. Now, what I'm wondering is, when it started, is it because of the little orange man that was in the White House? Because it seems like when he come along, that's when he told everybody to hate everybody. Think about the logic behind that for 1 second, and you'll see how stupid this is. All right, this is a bright orange man who tells people not to like men who paint themselves up in bright colors. What? Kind of reminds me of an old guy named Adolf Hitler who told everybody to go around and kill everybody that ain't got blonde hair and blue eyes, and he's standing there with brown hair and brown eyes. Well, none of y'all bright enough to take a shot at him. So yeah, a brightly colored man telling people not to like brightly colored men, that's some Nazi nonsense right there. But no, ever since then, we got to hate on drag queens. I just don't get it. Is it because they changed the name? See, like even when RuPaul first got popular in the mainstream, like about late 80s, early 90s, I don't think folks around here called him a drag queen. They said he was a female impersonator. And we had them for years. There's always been people dressed up performing like Cher or Liza Minnelli, all them. When they were called female impersonators, nobody had a problem with it. Me and my wife, we got kind of ostracized from the church because they heard us talking about that we had tickets to go see a drag show. And they did not like that at all. We don't go to that church no more because that's just, well, that ain't really the Christian love thing to do, you know. Be hating on people. Bible says kind of the opposite. Don't hate on no people. But yeah, we've been to drag shows, been to several. Had a good old time. Met some of the performers, and guess what? 100% of the time, some of the nicest people I ever met. Let me just be honest with you. Ain't met a bad one yet. Now, somebody that was at that church I used to go to asked me one time, they said, yeah, but what was it like? What do you mean, what was it like? How you hating on something you don't even know what it is? I told them it was a lot of fun, which is the honest truth. It was a lot of fun, and it was good people. And they're like, well, was it a good place for the children? Well, no, because it was an adult performance in an adult venue. It was like going to see Andrew Dice Clay, you know. It was fun. You wouldn't carry your kids, Because there's things that's for adults, there's things that's not for children. Okay, so what? Now get this. People are using what I just said there as an excuse to like, well, what about these drag queens that is reading to the children in the public libraries? They're not doing their show there. They're just reading to the children, which is a good thing. And more of these so-called normal heterosexual folks that thinks that they all great. Why ain't y'all reading to the kids, huh? Well, come on now, don't be judging people because they doing better than you. And back in the day when we went to see the fire department do their show, guess where the show was at? At the elementary school, because wasn't nothing wrong with it. People say, well, they shouldn't be using the bathrooms because they can get in there and molest the children. Folks, I've met a many of a drag queen, and I ain't met one yet that seemed to have any kind of predisposition to want to molest children. All right, it just, where do y'all get that from? It's like anybody that was a pedophile that wanted to molest children could put on a dress and go into a bathroom and molest children. And then they're going to make it look like all drag queens do that. No, that person ain't even drag queen. They just put on a dress so they can get what they wanted. It's like saying, you ever notice how most of the serial killers is white folks? But y'all ain't demonized all white folks. Y'all just realize every now and then there's a wackadoo or somebody does something wrong. It's the same thing. Ain't no proof that the guy that may have or ever did or may do in the future messing with the children was a drag queen. He may have been a pedophile who used that, put a dress to get access to what they wanted. Don't make it a drag queen's fault. You're just hating for no reason. And to call it Christian, but Christian tells you not to hate folks. So I just don't get now. Talking about the Christian thing, I have read the Bible. Guess what ain't in there? Thou shalt not dress like a woman. That ain't in there. I've read the whole thing. It just ain't. Where you getting this from? We has gone from loving Tootsie and Klinger to hating people in shows that we don't even attend to. All because the orange man says don't like colorful people with his Nazi stuff. Does that make any sense at all? Think about it for a second. That don't make a lick of damn sense. You can't be hating on drag unless you just don't like it. How you know you don't like it? Go to a show. If you don't like it, ain't your thing, that's cool. All right? Like, for example, I may not be the biggest fan of some of these country music peoples. So, I've listened to the music. I don't like it. End of story. Oh, but them Christian people, and they love some country music now with half the songs now is about drinking and driving and doing drugs. But that's okay for the Christian folks, I reckon. Laid back on the dirt road, run around like George Jones. That's not a role model, y'all. That's a drunk driver. And here we got a baseball team. We keep getting baseball teams because folks seem to like to go out to the baseball park to see the local team, right? It ain't no major league thing. It's a Carolina League team, but the people like to go on. I don't go because baseball boring, all right? It's boring to watch. It's boring to play. But I ask people that do go, like, well, who won? They say, well, I don't know. You went to see the game. You don't even know who won. What's the point of that? See, what it is people don't go there to watch the game. People go there because they want to drink, and that's a place they can carry their kids. See, if they went to a bar, kids ain't allowed in there, so they had to get an old babysitter. But you can go to the ballpark, drink all you want, let the kids play on the playground, then you can drive home drunk with your kids in the car. To me, that's way more dangerous than an old drag show. So no, I did not get the memo of why I'm supposed to be hating on drag. Maybe it's the name, like you said. Maybe they want to save drag for the racing side by side in a short distance. Maybe we come up with a better name. Because, like I said, it's fun. At the lip sync and stuff, I want to do that. I don't want to necessarily dress up like a woman. I could dress up in a costume. Like I could go out there and like be Billy Idol or somebody like that and lip sync, have a good old time. I'd love to do that. I do stuff like that around the house. Well, I don't dress up like around the house unless it's Halloween. But I do stuff like that. It'd be nice if everybody could go a place and just lip sync and have a good old time. But now, y'all say drag, so you gotta dress up like a woman, or for your woman, dress up like a man. And I've seen some good ones of that too. How about we just change the name? Maybe then y'all quit hating on it. Don't call it drag, call it performance. That's what it is. It's performance. That anybody can perform. If I want to get up there and dress up like Sting and sing Every Breath You Take, that should be cool. All right? If I want to get up there and dress up with my Quiet Riot mask and do Come On Feel the Noise, that should be cool. You know, it don't have to be drag. Let's just call it performance. Maybe then y'all quit hating on everything. I was wondering, I have thought about this ever since this hate began of the drag, and I just can't make no sense out of it. Nothing y'all say makes a lick of sense to me. I declare.